This is just going to be a super quick video just to compare the MV7 Plus with the Rode XDM-100. And the reason why I've decided just to do a quick A/B comparison is because I actually originally purchased this microphone to do a full review on it, but then I realized that I'll be doing a disservice because I am not an audio expert whatsoever. I watched a few other reviews on YouTube and I realized that these guys just know so much more than I do in terms of audio, and they're doing all the technical tests that I wouldn't be able to do. At least not to their standard. So I figured, you know what, I would just do an audio A/B comparison. I'll tell you my thoughts and what I think about this microphone as just a general overview rather than a technical review. Now, in reality, I actually had no interest in this microphone. I've got the Shure SM7B and the Electro Voice RE20, and those two are going to be the microphones that I'm kind of like really leaning towards as my main desk microphone, which I'm still trying to work out at this point. But those are the two that's top contenders. I actually only got it just so I could ride that hype because it was a newly released microphone, and there's a few videos on YouTube being released about this product, and I figured, you know what, I can jump on that bandwagon in hopes to sort of gain a bit more of an audience because my channel is quite small at this moment. I won't be able to tell you exactly on a technical level which one's a better microphone, but I can just at least tell you what I like and what I don't like. Equally, I'll give you some audio samples so you can compare and you can actually see for yourself what you feel is worth the money, because you just got to bear in mind that this is £279 and this is £149. Now, they're not exactly direct competitors in the microphone space, but it's good to know and it's good to have something to compare it to, which is roughly in the same league. And in this instance, they're both USB-C microphones. Now, I previously had the Shure MV7, which I found at a later date it was a fake, but one of the biggest criticisms at the time when I thought it was genuine was the fact that it was micro USB. This is now USB-C. Now, in hindsight, the micro USB connection actually bothered me more than it should have, because once you actually connect it into micro USB and then you connect the other end into your laptop or your computer, wherever you're connecting it to USB-C, you never really disconnect it. If it's going to be a microphone sitting on your desk, it just sits there. So the micro USB connection really shouldn't have bothered me as much as it did. I think it bothered me because I knew at the time USB-C was kind of like the USB standard, so it should have been that. But in practical terms, it didn't bother me at all. So I was happy that this is USB-C, but in reality, it's not changing much. When I did the audio comparisons between this and the MV7X, it turns out it's the same capsule. It sounded identical to me, and from what I researched as well, it is essentially the same microphone. So all the benefits of this microphone come from the fact that it's got a new touch panel here, and if I was just to quickly touch, and it should start kicking back in and allow the audio to come back through. And I really like the implementation since it's done quite well. Like, you don't hear a click, it doesn't stop suddenly or lag or anything like that. It does stop suddenly, I should say. It doesn't lag, it just works fine. And I think that is a really good feature. All the other benefits of this microphone are actually software based from what I can tell. Now, this is actually set on the Motive Mix app at plus 8 dB, and this is at plus 36. I've got the digital popper stopper on and the denoiser on. I'm gonna now turn off the recording on these microphones. So now you're going to hear me through the camera, which I'll process through Adobe Audio Enhance. Turning off denoiser and popper stopper. And now we're back on the microphones. So just to do a quick plosive test whilst I've got this set this way, and that's a Peter Piper pitched a podcast. Peter Piper pitched a podcast. Please bring pizza pronto. Please bring pizza pronto. Taking off the windshield. So that's please bring pizza pronto. Please bring pizza pronto. Peter Piper pitched a podcast. Peter Piper pitched a podcast. Now I'm going to turn back on the popper stopper and denoiser. So all in all, I think that when you get into the USB-C microphones, you've got lots of choice out there at the moment. There's so many microphones that you can buy. I'm not knowledgeable enough about all the availability of what microphones are out there, but what I will say is this microphone at £279 is a bit too expensive for me. And the reason why I say that is if I was going to spend £279 on a microphone, I think the better option for me personally would be the MV7X and the MV-XTU. And the reason why I say that, because some of you may have seen the review I done for the MV-XTU and figured, well, hang on, you just got your refund. You said you want your money back. Yes, I did, but that's not because I thought it was a terrible product. It didn't suit me because I'm going to use the Shure SM7B. But I believe that the MVXTU and the MZ7X, that will be a better combination, because if you wanted to change your audio interface at a later date, you can do. You can actually just disconnect your MV7X, connect it into your newly purchased Rodecaster Pro 2 as an example, and you're off to the races. Sell the MVXTU and be done with it. Or you can keep it as an audio interface on the side. Equally, if you wanted to change your microphone but keep the interface, you can do. But with this, on the other hand, when you're spending that type of money, you're tied into this, and it's essentially now just a USB-C microphone. So am I saying this is a terrible microphone? Definitely not. What I am saying, though, is if I'm going to spend that type of money, I'm semi-serious enough to want to grow into it. And I feel like the MV7X and the MVXTU as a combination would be something that would allow you to grow. Whereas here, you're kind of just stuck until you're moving on to another USB-C microphone, which this is at the top end of a USB-C microphone in terms of cost, from what I understand. So if you're interested in this microphone, I guess only you can decide whether the sound quality is good enough for you. I hope this video helps in that sense, where it gives you something to compare to. I've already done a comparison to MV7X in a previous video, so you can hear the sound quality on that. So that being said, there's nothing left for me to say other than just in closing, these microphones aren't for me personally. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to end up getting one of these microphones. More specifically, this one is the one of hot interest. This one's been out for a while and not got too much hyping around it anyway. But let me know if you're going to be buying this Shure MV7 Plus, and let me know what you think. Cheers.